Let's talk about a reality faced by millions of Americans, trying to make ends meet on a fixed income. Imagine relying on a set amount of money each month, while the cost of everything around you seems to be skyrocketing. That's the daily struggle for countless seniors, people with disabilities, and others who rely on Social Security, SSDI, and SSI benefits. Essential needs like food, housing, and medication shouldn't be luxuries, but for those on fixed incomes, they are increasingly becoming unattainable. The buying power of these benefits has been steadily eroded. This is about affording the basic necessities of life. Imagine having to choose between paying your rent and buying groceries. This is the reality for far too many Americans, and it's a situation that demands immediate attention. Social Security, SSDI, and SSI. These programs aren't just government programs. They are the backbone of financial security for countless Americans. They represent a promise made to the American people, a commitment to care for those who have contributed to society. A promise that after a lifetime of work or in the face of disability, you'd have a safety net to fall back on. These benefits are meant to provide a basic standard of living, ensuring that our most vulnerable citizens aren't left behind in times of need. They are a lifeline for millions, offering hope and stability. We're talking about our parents, grandparents, siblings, and neighbors, people we love and care about. People who have contributed to society and deserve to live with dignity and security without the constant fear of financial instability. For many, these benefits are the only thing standing between them and poverty, providing a crucial buffer. They are the difference between having a roof overhead and facing homelessness, a stark reality for too many. The difference between affording life-saving medication and going without, which can be a matter of life and death. The intention behind these programs is noble, and for decades they have provided essential support to those in need. But the world has changed dramatically over the years. The cost of living has skyrocketed, and the modest adjustments made to these benefits haven't kept pace with inflation. It's time we acknowledge this discrepancy and explore bold solutions to strengthen this crucial safety net, ensuring it remains effective for future generations. Here's a word that strikes fear into the heart of anyone on a fixed income: inflation. It's the sneaky villain that silently eats away at the value of your money, eroding your purchasing power bit by bit. Remember when $1 could actually buy you a decent cup of coffee? Those were the days when your money had real value. Those days are long gone, and for people relying on Social Security, SSDI, and SSI, it's a recipe for disaster. The struggle to make ends meet is real. Inflation isn't just about prices going up, it's about the diminishing power of your hard-earned benefits. It's about your hard-earned benefits buying less and less each year, making it harder to afford even the basics. That annual cost of living adjustment, COLA, it's supposed to help, well-intentioned, but often falls short of what's needed to maintain a decent standard of living. The gap between benefits and actual costs keeps widening. It's like trying to patch up a leaking roof with a band-aid. It's a temporary fix at best. Sure, it might help temporarily, but it's not a long-term solution. The underlying issues remain unresolved. The pandemic made things even worse, exacerbating the financial strain on those already struggling. Supply chain disruptions, increased demand, and global economic uncertainty have fueled inflation to levels not seen in decades. Prices are skyrocketing. This perfect storm of economic woes has hit those on fixed incomes the hardest, pushing many further into financial insecurity. The future looks uncertain. It's clear that we need to look beyond incremental adjustments and explore more impactful solutions. Real change is necessary to protect our most vulnerable. Now, let's talk about a potential lifeline. A one-time payment of $6,000 for Social Security, SSDI, and SSI beneficiaries. This proposal aims to provide immediate financial relief to those who need it the most. That's right, a direct infusion of cash that could provide immediate relief to those struggling to keep their heads above water. This money could be a game changer for many. This isn't about a handout, it's about economic justice. It's about recognizing the hard work and contributions of our seniors and disabled individuals. It's about acknowledging that the current system isn't working and providing a much-needed boost to those who have been left behind. This payment could help bridge the gap. Think about what a $6,000 lifeline could mean for someone struggling to pay their bills. It could be the difference between financial stability and ongoing hardship. It could mean catching up on rent or mortgage payments, avoiding eviction or even foreclosure. This money could help keep a roof over their heads. It could mean affording necessary medical care, filling vital prescriptions or buying nutritious food. Health and well-being should never be compromised due to financial constraints. It could mean the difference between living with dignity and constantly worrying about making ends meet. Everyone deserves to live with peace of mind. Section 5. The COLA Conundrum. Why small adjustments aren't enough. Let's circle back to that pesky COLA, the cost of living adjustment meant to keep benefits in line with inflation. The problem is it often misses the mark. COLA is based on the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, but this basket doesn't reflect the spending habits of seniors and those on fixed incomes. They spend more on healthcare and housing, which rise faster than other goods. The current COLA method isn't keeping up, and it's time for a more accurate system. A new approach could better reflect their true cost of living, ensuring they aren't left behind. Section 6. Hope in a payment. How $6,000 can make a tangible difference. Now imagine the impact of a $6,000 one-time payment. It's not just about dollars and cents. It's about hope. It's about telling millions of Americans that they haven't been forgotten, that their struggles are seen and heard. It's about providing a much-needed sense of relief and security in uncertain times. This payment could be a lifeline for those drowning in debt, struggling to keep a roof over their heads, or forced to choose between food and medicine. It could mean the difference between living with dignity and despair. It's about time we inject some compassion and common sense into our economic policies. This isn't just good for beneficiaries, it's good for our economy as a whole. When seniors and those with disabilities have more money in their pockets, they spend it. This increased spending stimulates the economy, creating jobs and boosting economic growth. It's a win-win for everyone involved. A $6,000 payment can transform lives, offering a brighter future for many. Let's make this vision a reality. Section 7. Funding the future, addressing concerns and finding solutions. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. How do we pay for this $6,000 payment? Critics will cry foul, claiming it's too expensive or fiscally irresponsible. But let's be clear, we can't afford not to. The cost of inaction is far greater than the cost of investment. There are several ways to fund this critical initiative. We could start by closing tax loopholes that benefit the wealthy and corporations. We could redirect funds from bloated military budgets. We could even consider a small wealth tax on the ultra-rich. Let's be honest, folks. They wouldn't even miss it. The point is, where there's a will, there's a way. We found trillions to bail out Wall Street banks and fund endless wars. Surely we can find the resources to support our most vulnerable citizens. It's about priorities, and it's time we prioritize the well-being of all Americans. Together, we can make a difference and ensure a brighter future for everyone. Section 8, a matter of dignity, ensuring economic security for all Americans. This isn't just about money, it's about dignity. It's about ensuring that every American, regardless of age or ability, can live with a basic level of economic security. It's about honoring the contributions of those who built this country and ensuring that those facing challenges have the support they need. A $6,000 payment is a step in the right direction, but it's not a magic bullet. We need long-term solutions like strengthening Social Security, SSDI and SSI, ensuring that COLA calculations accurately reflect the needs of beneficiaries and addressing the root causes of economic inequality. This is a call to action for all of us. Contact your representatives, raise awareness on social media, and demand better for our seniors, people with disabilities, and all Americans struggling to make ends meet. We can build a more just and equitable society, but it requires us to act with compassion, courage, and conviction. Let's get to work.